Every December, there's this one project that absolutely takes over my dining room table in the very best way. It started out as a simple little tradition, something sweet for my grandkids to open each morning of Advent. But over the years, it's become one of my favorite holiday rituals and something they now look forward to as much as I do. If you've ever wanted to create a holiday tradition that feels magical without feeling overwhelming, or if you love the idea of something handmade, colorful, and full of tiny surprises, then today's project might become a favorite in your home too. These paper Advent calendar villages are easy to make, affordable, customizable, and honestly, completely charming. Today, I wanted to share with you how I make my Advent village. This is my third year using a printable from Little Llama Shop on Etsy, and I'll share all the little tips and discoveries that I picked up along the way, including one surprise that came from my printer running out of ink, which I was so embarrassed about at first, but it turned out to be one of the kids' favorite parts. This year is especially meaningful because it's the first time that I've made these alongside my sister. I called her on a whim, and I asked her if she wanted to make a set for her grandkids too, and she jumped right in. Suddenly, we were printing out 4 full villages, laughing about the accidental purple ink, and running to the party store to find tiny toys so the boxes weren't all filled with candy. She is the genius who suggested ditching the tape for a glue gun, which, let me tell you, was a complete game changer. So if you'd like to create a little magic for the small people in your life, or just want a cozy holiday craft to sink into, grab your scissors, warm up your glue gun, and let's build this village together. With 4 full villages of 25 houses each, there was a lot of cutting out. I did enlist another friend of mine. She cut 1 full village out. I cut another, and my sister cut out a village, and then we cut out a village together. It really doesn't take very long to cut out each house. There are 3 different sizes. This is the large one. And even flat, they look super cute. On each house, there's white lines that you crease along, you fold along to create the little houses, to go from a 2D flat image into a 3D little building. If you make all the creases beforehand, then it's pretty easy to glue them together. We use low temperature glue guns so as not to burn our hands. And I placed down a beverage coaster to catch any glue drips. I didn't want them on the table. So I've creased all the little tabs, crease the sides, crease all the tabs. And you'll want to do the creasing before you actually start to put the building together. It's much easier this way. You can start to build your building and then make the creases as you go in the roof and in the bottom of the box, but it is more difficult to do it that way. You know, I never thought about it, but the printable does come with a page of instructions, and it probably does mention this. Then you run your glue along the tab that'll fold inside. And you press your 4th wall against the 1st wall, against that tab. The low temperature glue from the glue gun dries really quickly. Now, when my sister cut out her first set of houses, she did so at her house while watching a football game, and she glued the tops together and left the bottoms open. I find it much easier I don't glue the bottoms. I just kind of press them together and then leave the tops open for later inserting whatever goodies you're going to insert in them. I like this village a lot. And not only is it super cute, but you do have 3 sizes of houses, which allows for various sizes of prizes to put inside, whether it be candy or other things. And as you can see, that is house number 3. So this is really quick, going through a whole village, putting them all together, the different sizes. During this, you may notice that in some of these, there is something printed on the inside. What I did was, if I had an error in printing, the color started to fade, or in this case, there's 26 pages of printables, and one of them is like little gingerbread people, and I didn't particularly want the gingerbread people for our purposes. So what I did was, one, I forgot to ask the printer not to print that page. And so when it popped out, I just turned it around and then printed the house on the back side. And you'll see that coming along at some point during this time lapse. Another thing too is when you're folding all 25, or in this case, I did 2 sets, so I did 50, you kind of get in a rhythm to folding the edges and then putting the little houses together. So what happened with the purple houses was, as my print cartridge was running out of ink, then it would start to only print this purple, and I went through 2 print cartridges to print all 4 villages. Then my sister and her kids got pretty excited because they really liked the purple houses. They thought it would be cool if we could print every other, so 1 brown house, 1 purple house, and we came up with a game plan to try to recreate that next year, where we printed the sheets one at a time. So here's the 2 villages put together. I have 1 mostly purple set and 1 brown set, and they're ready to go to be filled. A little later in the day, my sister came over and we went to World Market to get some things, and we realized that we wanted more than just candy. Then she suggested we go to a party place and get some little toys and trinkets to put in the boxes. We had a fantastic time filling these. It was so much fun. This is how my village turned out. Initially, I put it together and it was all brown houses, and I was bummed because I didn't have any purple ones. So my sister and I traded, and I got some purple houses for my grandkids as well. So what do you think? Is this something that you would like to try? If so, there's links in the description. And now it's time for the final reveal. At my son's house, displayed on their mantle, is the Advent Village. Happy holiday crafting!